So what challenges are you expecting from the Adelaide side?
Yeah, so many. I mean, they're a really good team. I know they've lost both of their first 2 games, but that's okay. They play really hard. They push the ball really fast. They shoot a lot of threes, so we're gonna have to do a really good job in our D-trans. Yeah, a good week for us to get better, a good test for a bounce back, and that's what we're going for. So we have to be on our P's and Q's and contest every shot that they take because they can get hot at any time.
I see. And do you think you've been improving since your recent loss?
Yeah, we've had 2 really good days of practice. Guys challenged us yesterday in filming on the court and again today. So it's been a really good bounce back for the girls. But yeah, still a lot of work to do. So I think we have been getting better. That's the only thing to do though. It's a bounce back, so you have to.
And is training tracking along as you'd like?
Yes, I think this week's been really good. Yeah, I think I overheard guys say in his comments that last week wasn't. So I think definitely agree there. And this week we've taken the steps that we needed to get better, push each other, hold each other accountable, and take those next steps. We're a new group, so you're going to keep improving with everything we do on and off the court.
And is there anything specifically you're trying to improve about your own play?
Oh yeah, just trying to keep making shots, be in the right spots for my teammates, make sure my defense is really keyed in on one-on-one, and then helping on the backside with high talk. So there's a lot to improve, individually, and then all of us. So it's a really good week for us to just get better.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Is there anything more you'd like to add?
Oh, other than that, no. It's just a really good group, and I'm really thankful to be a part of this group. And I know, yeah, although the Townsville first home game wasn't by any means ideal, like what we're working at's really great, and I've been really impressed with this week, and just keep getting better. So thank you. Thank you.
Sorry. Throughout your career with the Caps, you've been asked to play multiple different roles
Yeah.
this season because of injury.
Yeah, of course.
Like you've been playing a little bit of an undersized forward
Yeah.
as well. Mentally, how do you prepare yourself for the different things that's asked for you from season to season and also from game to game?
Yeah, I think I'm really lucky to be here my 4th year, and I think it's just part of my versatility. So I try to do anything that I can do, to help the team, and whatever guys ask me to do or the team asks me to do, I'm happy to do it. So whatever that is, I'm good with it.
And lastly, 3-game road trip coming up.
Yep.
Obviously, the 3 games. How much are you looking forward to it, and what do you expect to see from the team in this upcoming 3 games?
Yeah, I think going on the road, especially early in the season, is never a bad thing. It gives us a bit of more team time together. So especially with this new group, I think it's incredible just to have that time together. I mean, you're in the Qantas Lounge, in the planes, here, there, everywhere, having dinner together. So I think that'll be a great opportunity for this new team to keep growing. I mean, we're really close already, but if we can just keep bonding together, that's really great. And then 3, going into different road arenas, obviously it's a bit more of a challenge than playing with your home crowd behind your back. So it's going to be really good for this team to stick together, work through all the adversity that we're about to face, and hopefully come out with three big wins.
So have you been improving since your last game?
Yeah, there's been improvements. We got to watch a long video session on Monday and then follow that up with practice, and so there's definitely been more energy at practice. And I think that while it's only the 2nd game of the season, it definitely gave us a kick in the pants to areas that we needed to get better at and a better level of competitiveness.
And what are those areas of improvement?
Yeah, we just didn't stay to the scout. We had schemes that we wanted to execute defensively against them, and we had ways we wanted to play against them offensively, and we didn't even execute those. So it was getting back to doing the things that we do well, and also being able to be more pressure defensively, that we can be more, assertive at that end of the floor.
And what kind of play are you expecting from your next opposing side?
Yeah, Adelaide, while they've lost their 2 games, I think they've played really hard and been in most of their games. And so them at home is a different proposition. Everyone at home tends to go up a notch. And so I think that we can't underestimate somebody with their talent that they have in Steph Talbot. They've got 2 WNBA level imports. And so we've got to be ready for a physical battle down in Adelaide with the big home crowd.
And is there anything more you'd like to add on your chances in the next game against Adelaide?
Yeah, obviously, we want to have a great bounce back. We want to put up a better showing than what we did in the last game, and we know that it's only early in the season, that we've still got improvements to make in the areas that we need to improve on, but generally just improve in the areas that we want to hold ourselves accountable to.
And is training progressing along as you'd like? You've kind of said that it's been promising, but are there kind of any areas where you've seen it's not going as perhaps you'd like it to?
Yeah, I guess like the group has been training well throughout pre-season. As I said, we had probably one bad practice last week that I think kind of set us up for how we started the game. Very slow and not assertive and not aggressive, and so we've got back to that style of practices this week about our physicality on defense, our ball pressure, and playing athletically like I think that we need to play. And so I think that that was just a reintroduction of that and to re-emphasize that during practice.
Goriss, thank you. Is there
Thank you.
anything more you'd like to add to
I think we're all good. Yeah, thank you.
Goriss, thank you.
Thank you. Yep.
While you always want to win, obviously, are losses like the one last weekend, especially early on in the season as a coach, is it an easier way to get your point across, to the team?
Yeah, I think you never like losing. You never want to lose, you never like losing, but definitely, as I said, it was a kick in the pants to us about our level of competitiveness and how we need to follow scout and just do the things we practice. Is like when you don't do the things you practice and you go out and play one-on-one and don't adhere to your schemes, that's when the league is too good that you're going to take a loss.
The next 3 games are all on the road. It's going to be a very road-heavy schedule. I think there's 3 games in the span of 7 days. How do you balance between practice, recovery time, and all that in the space of such a short period?
Yeah.
While also keeping the team sharp.
Yeah. I think the priority is obviously recovery, but also whether that's on the court or doing scout via video. We're going to have probably less practice time in the next few weeks just because of the schedule and being on the road for the next 3 games, and so we've got to really lock into the video scout and just the light walkthroughs, and we've got to pay attention and be focused and disciplined in the schemes that we put in for all those games.
As a coach, do you like these early long road trips to start the season? Is it a good thing, do you think, for the team to come together a little bit?
I think right now we're 1-0 on the road, so we'll go back to being on the road and get away from home for a little bit, and I think it just builds more chemistry. But I think the team's got great chemistry, but it even brings the group even closer together, and I think to win some games on the road, you're going to need to because of how much parity there is in the league this year.
And then last question, Coach. I guess a positive to come out of last week's game, at least statistically, Caddy had, I think, 20 points and 8 rebounds. Throughout the course of, I think, a 6-game sample now dating back to the offseason, she's been pretty consistent in, her production. Is what Caddy is showing to you and showing to the team, is it what you expected, and how much more do you think she can take it up from here?
Yeah, I think Caddy's still only just getting used to the league as well and knowing and understanding the players, and I think that we've seen glimpses, and obviously she's been really consistent throughout pre-season and the first 2 games, and so I think that level of consistency can even go to another level for her, and obviously when we get more players back in like Z, I think that's going to take another Caddy to another level because Z will force people to have to guard her as well.